What if I told you the difference between a poor life and a wealthy life is not luck, but how you think? There was once a quiet boy from Omaha, Nebraska. His name was Warren Buffett, not born in a rich family, not gifted with special skills. Just a boy who was curious about two things: why people become rich and why others don't. At age 11, Warren bought his first stock, 3 shares, total value $100. That was all the money he had saved delivering newspapers and selling Coca-Cola bottles door to door. He thought he was about to become rich overnight, but something unexpected happened. The stock price fell. It dropped so low that every person around him told him to sell. Even his family said, "Money does not grow on trees." Be practical. Warren was scared. That $100 was not just money. It was his time, his sweat, his hope. Finally, when the price rose a little, he sold it quickly. He felt relieved, but then something painful happened. The stock kept rising and rising and rising. If he had waited just a little longer, he would have made much more money. In that moment, Warren learned a lesson that shaped his entire life. Wealth does not come from quick decisions. Wealth comes from patience and long-term thinking. This was the first seed planted in his mind. As Warren grew older, he studied money the way a doctor studies disease. He didn't try to get rich fast. He wanted to understand how money really grows. One day, Warren met a teacher named Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. Graham taught him something powerful. Do not buy businesses. Buy value. Buy something worth more than its price. Warren realized most people buy because they feel something: excitement, fear, pressure. But investors buy when logic is greater than emotion. Warren started looking for companies the same way someone looks for real love. Not flashy, not trending, not loud, but stable, honest, and undervalued. Years passed. Warren worked every single day, not to earn money, but to grow his mind. He read more than 500 pages a day. He visited companies. He studied numbers like they were poetry. And slowly, his wealth began to grow. Not in weeks, not in months, but year after year after year. He did not chase what was popular. He invested in what was true. One of Warren's most emotional decisions was investing in the Washington Post during a time everyone believed the company was dying. The world laughed at him, but Warren didn't invest based on the world's fear. He invested based on the value he saw, not the price shown. Years later, the company became one of his biggest successes. That moment proved the world is often blind to their own fear, but the one who sees clearly wins. As time passed, Warren Buffett became one of the richest men in history, not because he worked harder, not because he chased get-rich-quick trends, but because he understood this. Money grows the same way a tree grows, slowly, silently, and only if you protect the roots. Warren protected his investments with patience, discipline, and emotional control. He let time do the work. Today, people ask him, "What is the secret to becoming rich?" Warren smiles softly and says, "Anyone can do it, but very few want to wait." His message is simple, but life-changing. Invest in learning first. Your mind is your greatest asset. Buy value, not hype. If something looks too good, it probably isn't real. Be patient. Time will make you rich, not emotions. Let your money work for you, even when you sleep. And now the question comes to you. This story is not just history, it is a mirror. Are you going to chase easy shortcuts? Or are you going to choose the path of wisdom and patience? Will you become emotional with money? Or will you think like Warren Buffett? Remember, you don't need to start big. You just need to start smart. Even $100 can grow into millions if your mind grows first, if you believe your future can be bigger than your past, if you choose patience over quick shortcuts. Type in the comments, I choose smart wealth, because this is Global Rich Tales, where we don't just tell stories, we change financial destinies.